Insomnia Sports. I'm back. Chris is back. We're going to be previewing the Houston Texans at the Washington Redskins game this upcoming Sunday. Chris is going to be playing the part of Bill O'Brien. I'm going to be playing the part of Jake Gruden. Chris, I'll let you get this thing rolling. What are some of your takeaways?
Okay. I mean, all right, as Bill O'Brien, I know that we have won our last 6 games. We've gotten back on track. There's no doubt about it. And our run defense is extremely underrated. We have the second-ranked run defense in football. We're only giving up 3.6 yards a carry, and we come with 2 tremendous pass rushers on the outside with Clowney and J.J. Watt. So we think we're going to be able to get after Alex Smith, and hopefully we'll be able to force him to make a few mistakes. We know it's few and far between. I think he's only thrown 3 picks. The Washington Redskins.
Won't happen.
We'll see. I know that's your boy. Well, you're the coach. You better be your boy. You guys have only turned the ball over 7 times all year. You have a plus 11 in the turnover disparity, and that's how you win football games. Make no mistake about it. You guys frequently actually get outgained in your games, but because you're able to create turnovers, you're able to control the clock with Smith. I will say this. You guys have a tremendous identity over there in Washington. You finally figured out who you are as a football team, and Alex Smith is a big part of that. But I think we are going to be able to disrupt it. I think our run defense will be able to stop the Grandpa on Peterson as we rank second against the run. And I think we're going to get after your quarterback, Alex Smith, and I think he will make a mistake or two, and our offense will capitalize. As you know, we have one of the most dynamic offenses in football. I'm very curious to see the game plan that you come up with to try to stop the RPO with Deshaun Watson and all the big playmakers we have, especially with the newly acquired Demaryius Thomas. And, of course, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in football, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, this guy had Brian Hoyer throwing him the football a couple years ago. He's putting up 1,700 yards. So I want to hear how you plan on stopping us.
Well, even though I want to just go right at you for the RPOs, I just want to start off by saying that the Washington Redskins are having a crazy, awesome season, right? 6-3, a few notable wins. The Dallas Cowboys, division rival. Green Bay Packers. You know, a lot of people picked the Green Bay Packers in that game. We upset them. And then, of course, the Carolina Panthers, who, you know, if the season were to end today, they're a playoff team. So the Redskins have talent. The Redskins have a great coaching staff. We are doing our thing this season. You mentioned Alex Smith. You know, 10 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, nothing new. He's converting. He's putting the ball in play. He's not turning the ball over. We are 3rd in time of possession. That's great. Adrian Peterson has found the fountain of youth. The Washington Redskins offense is great this season. You know, just utilizing Adrian Peterson, utilizing guys like Thompson and whatnot in the running game, 1st and 2nd down, and then having the play action game just out of your back pocket with Alex Smith, one of the best in the league at it. Add that with his mobility, add that with his, his ability to pick up first downs on the run. The Washington Redskins really have so many different ways that could hurt you on offense with a quarterback like Alex and a coach like Jake Gruden. Now, I will say the injury to Brandon Scherf on the offensive line and the injury to Paul Richardson, the wide receiving core, it's going to be a huge dent, okay, in the Redskins' offensive, explosiveness and overall skill, because both of those guys I'm really high on. I love both of those guys. But, you talk a little bit about the RPOs and the Deshaun Watson offense and whatnot. They're explosive. I don't want to call them dynamic. They're explosive because when you watch the plays, a lot of it's college stuff, and a lot of it is improvising, right? It's the improv skills from Watson after the initial play breaks down. It's him running around. It's him, the first read's not there, and he escapes the pocket. He's outside the pocket and just hucks one deep. So. And of course, I'm not discrediting DeAndre Hopkins because he's a top 5 wide receiver. In my opinion, he's a top 3 wide receiver. Been saying that for a while now. So
top 1. Don't discredit my wide receiver. Top 1 wide receiver.
Fine, top one. If I'm the Washington Redskins, and first of all, let me just address your RPO point. The RPO is actually a lot easier. It's a lot easier to stop than what people think. You just have to have the cornerback press on that wide receiver, and then also have that outside linebacker bail out in coverage.
Tell the Giants that because they get killed every week on the RPO.
It's hard because it's like, you don't really know when the team's going to run it. But for the Texans, a team that runs it so often, when you watch Deshaun Watson under center, pretty much every time he's under center, he's going to hand the ball off. When he's in the shotgun, it's more of a 50-50. Is he going to throw? Is he going to pass? Or is he going to, keep it on the read? So the RPO is a lot easier to stop than what people are making it out to be. People are saying it's like some unguardable play. But looking at the Washington Redskins defense, we have to cut down on penalties. I think we average somewhere in the range of 60 yards per game that we give up, just free yards, for penalties. So we have to be able to cut down on the penalties. And then on defense as well, Watson is turnover prone. Okay, he is 20th in the league in interceptions thrown. That's not that good. Okay, that's not that good. I know people love him. The media loves him. He has tons of fans, huge social media following, but he turns the ball over. He throws picks. And if we can contain Deshaun Watson, if we can hold him in the pocket and make sure he does not escape, keep him inside the pocket, formulate the pocket around him, and then also have that quarterback spy out there, whether it's the outside linebacker, inside linebacker, what have you, this game's going to be ours. Okay, it's going to be ours. The Redskins, and plus we're at home here.
I don't mean to interrupt. There is no way you are you might contain Deshaun Watson. You are not stopping him. The only way you could beat the way you're going to be able to beat them is the way my Giants beat them. You're going to have to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Bill O'Brien. What am I talking about? But the way you're gonna have to contain them, right? But they're going to get the yards. But I will say this. We do struggle in the red zone when we get there. So I do think you have to take a bend but don't break approach. And on defense, I forgot to mention, we are well aware of your weapons coming out of the backfield. And we're barely even going to pay attention to your wide receivers because we know Alex Smith's history. We know his history with Vernon Davis when he was with the 49ers. We know that he targets Jordan Reed, and he's going to target Chris Thompson coming out of the backfield. Those are the two guys that we have to D up on, and we have to get you into 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 situations. Because when we do that, Smith may not make mistakes, but I am fully confident that he is not going to make those conversions on a consistent basis. So stuff Adrian Peterson, force Smith to make throws he doesn't want to make. That's the key to this game. And when we do that, because we have one of the best run defenses in football, we're going to win this football game. And you come into our house. I'm sorry, we're going to your house, rather. But we're going to beat you in Washington.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. The second-ranked rush defense and all that stuff. It's great. Numbers on paper. It's all well and good.
3.6 yards a carry, buddy. 3.6.
Look at what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did to us last week. Embarrassing, it might be, but we gave up 500 yards to the Buccaneers, and they didn't score more than 10 points. All right, we play well in the red zone. If you want to have these gimmicky, gadgety plays that break off for 20 yards here, 30 yards there, that's fine. Get inside the 20, and then give us a call about you guys being.
I will say that's the one thing I am worried about. I saw what you did against Fitzpatrick, but Deshaun Watson, come on. Fitzpatrick last week was great in terms of yardage. They turned the ball over 4 times. So I will say I think you guys do have an opportunistic defense, and it's going to come down to that because if you don't create at least 2 turnovers in this game, we will win.
And you guys, and that matchup actually bodes well for us because Alex Smith, he doesn't turn the football over. He knows where to go with the football. And you brought it up before. With the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans, that the Washington Redskins are, like you said, they don't turn the ball over. Okay, so if we could just complete passes, right, whether it's 3rd and shorts, whether it's 1st and 10s, if you, and I know you mentioned it before, how you don't want to target the wide receivers. Okay, you don't want to target or really focus on the wide receivers. You just want to focus on Thompson out of the backfield. You want to focus on Reed and Vernon Davis. That's fine. The Washington Redskins have had 6 victories this season with the defensive coordinators all having that same game plan going in. So I'm fine with that matchup. We've had success at doing that this season, and I'll take that to the bank.
We'll see you out there on Sunday. So now that we finished the assessment, let's break down our real thoughts. Who do you think is going to win this game in Washington on Sunday? It's a very, very – I think it's going to be a very close game. Both teams are 6-3. Houston's very hot. We keep saying it on your channel that we don't believe in Houston, but at this point they've won 6 in a row. And I'm curious to see your thoughts here. I know you love the Redskins. Redskins coming off, they won last week, but they had a brutal loss the week before. Who do you like this week in this game?
Yeah, I'm going to say Redskins just in a squeaker. I think it's going to be low scoring, to be honest with you. I'm going to go Washington 20, Houston 16.
I actually think, and I'm not a Houston guy, I actually picked the Colts to win the division at this point. I really like what the Colts are doing over there in Indianapolis. But I don't know why. I don't know why I feel this way. And I'm flip-flopping because I think in your video I picked Washington. But when I look at the numbers, I think Houston matches up well with Washington. I really do. And they've won 6 in a row. I like the momentum they got going on. because I do think – I'm not saying they're going to completely stuff the run, but I do think they're going to do a good job at making Alex Smith have to be in 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 situations. And I do expect Smith to turn over at least once in this game, even though he doesn't normally do it. I think with that pass rush when they get – because they have two of the better – they might have – other than Denver, they might have the best combination of football with the DNs, Clowney and Watt. And I expect them to be able to get pressure on Smith that they could get him into those 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 situations, and I think they're going to be able to do it more often than not.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Houston will win this game. I think it'll be close, and a big key, as we alluded to, was the red zone. Well, for Houston, they have to cash in when they get there.
Yeah, one thing is like, Alex Smith, he might not throw interceptions, but he can fumble the ball, So if you have good, two really good pass rushers on your team, like the Texans do, they could get after him and try to hope for a strip sack. That's kind of where I'd be focusing my turnovers kind of on, because Alex, he's not going to go out there, especially in a clean pocket. If he has a clean pocket, he's not going to throw into double coverage and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
whatever it is, force turnovers. I think they'll be able to force at least one, maybe two in this game. And if they do that, Washington will lose, in my opinion. They have to play – for Washington to win football games, and they're the best in the league at it, they have to play clean football. They can't turn the ball over. And
yeah,
I think Houston matches up well. Houston's a dangerous team this year now. I really believe that. I like – when I actually looked into their numbers, I like their defense. I really do. I think they're a lot better than I realized on defense.
Yeah, the personnel doesn't really match up with the production on Houston's defense for whatever reason, whether it's, Clowney, Merciless, Watt, Matthew,
Yeah. But
So,
we'll see.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
I don't know. I don't think I gave my final score. I'll say 23-21. 23-21 Houston. Close game.
Okay. Nice. I like that score prediction. But that's it. It's going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching, and let us know in the comment section who won the debate and also who you guys got winning the game. And take it easy, guys.